going on, Stock Hours channel? My name's Frankie. I'm a manager for Stock Hours. Today I bring you guys a live trade that I happened to clip yesterday, which was July 28th. It was over Facebook. We were looking at the 375 level. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys see the video that I took on my end and let it play out. This looks red to green. I'm in there.
NQ just turned into a green candle. Oh, here it goes, red to green, maybe. How much time is there? It goes. Yeah, I'm in. There it goes.
Order filled.
Great play, 377. Let's go, baby. Red to green trade there.
Nice, did red to green.
Who caught that?
Market is so lame, bro. It doesn't fill me for the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of did the same thing. You caught that?
That was a
it was actually kind of
green candle. That was sick.
Still going for another high right here, actually.
So there you go. You saw me make $600 within a 5-second trade here. Honestly, when market open, these are probably some of my favorite plays to do, just because the risk to reward for me is there. This trade was a 3-to-1 risk reward. I had a mental stop loss of letting my stop loss hit negative $250, and I was looking for at least $500 profit for this target right here. So I'm gonna go over the trade, let you guys know what I was looking at and what I liked about it and what made me get in. So you hear me throughout the beginning of the video, you hear me talk to myself. Nor and Mason, you hear Mason in the video as well. He's one of the other managers. But you hear me in the video say, as soon as market opens, I saw Facebook flushing, and I saw NQ, NASDAQ, futures just pushing, and while Facebook's dumping. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, NASDAQ's pushing. I'm looking at my watch list. I'm looking at my charts on my other screen, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, everything's pushing along with this. Facebook could do a red to green candle, and I'll get into what the red to green candle is here in a bit. But I saw NQ pushing, which is the number one indicator for tech stocks. So I told myself, I was like, a red to green candle here does not seem like a bad idea. And this is all seconds of me trying to think of what I want to do with this play. And so you see in the video on the left, you can see this is my NQ chart. This is NASDAQ on the 1 minute. I have ES right here on the 1 minute. I'm not really looking at that when I'm playing tech stocks. It's good to have up, but it's not something I really pay attention to. And then I have Facebook here on my 1 minute chart. And then you see my book trader here for Interactive Brokers. I have 5 contracts loaded up for Facebook for the 380 calls. Sorry. But yeah. So you see NQ start pushing up like crazy. I'll go ahead and play the video while I'm going over this trade. You see NQ pushing. You see Facebook's dumping, wicking. You hear me talk to myself say, oh, this is a possible red to green candle trade. And as soon as so the neat thing about Thinkorswim, I'm sure other platforms do this too. If you look up here, and I'm sorry the quality isn't the clearest. I recorded this off my 49-inch monitor, which is what I trade off of. But you see me look up, I'm looking here and see what the high is on the candle. And so as soon as the level 2 being down here, as soon as that level 2 reaches that's when I'm gonna get in. To me, that signifies that the candle just went from red to green. So I see it doing that. I see it getting ready to flip green. I have my 5 contracts loaded, and I believe I got in, let me see here what I got in at. So you see I filled down here for $7.37 a pop per contract. So I put roughly, I would say $3,500 to $3,800 worth of a trade there to make $600, which is maybe a 15% trade, I believe, on this play that I took. So you see me, I'm in this trade. You see NQ matched up perfectly with Facebook. I went ahead, I bought market. I like to place most of my trades on market order in the morning within the first 30 minutes, just because of how volatile it is. Your limit fill can miss. So I went ahead and filled with market. I'm willing to take that risk. of filling out whatever for the reward that I'm going to get back. So filled market, and you see I went ahead and filled the limit. And the nice thing about interactive brokers is you can have separate limit buttons to fill you at a certain percent from the certain bid or the ask. So for me in this instance, it's 1.5% off the ask personally. But you see it's pushing. I fill limit. It filled me instantly. It's interactive broker is probably one of the nicest execution for option trading platforms out there if you're looking to scalp, just like we do in stock hours. But yeah, that's pretty much the trade. Some of the other things I was looking at during this trade was volume. I wanted to see volume come back up when the buyers were buying up the sellers, and you saw that happening. I was looking at level 2. I was making sure that the high of that candle was met. As soon as that candle turned green, that's when I decided to get in. And so to get in a little bit into what the red and green candle is, I actually got this from Noor. When I first joined, he always talked about red and green candles at open, just because at the time I joined, that was a really common thing happening at market open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, where you'll have sellers start selling off the stock that we're looking at, and then you slowly see buyers buying that up. And as soon as buyers keep buying that up, to us, that indicates that the sellers are weak, buyers are stronger, and so you expect that the level you're looking at to be met. And the level that I was looking at for Facebook yesterday, which was July 28th, I'm recording this on July 29th, if you guys are wondering, we were looking at the 375 level. Facebook had consolidated for a while. It hadn't broken. It was a really good it was a really high probable trade that we were looking at. And during pre-market, I believe like the last 10 minutes, it actually broke 375 and wicked up to 375.5. And so at that point, I was actually about to go in with 10 contracts before that even happened. And I actually scaled down half my position just because the trade was still really high probable. But for me to be comfortable in this trade, to not be freaking out, and let's say if I wanted to sell early or if I were to sell late or whatever the case may be, I was going to be comfortable with going in with half my size just because that level we were looking at for so long finally broke. I just wanted to keep it safe and just as little risk as possible on my end. And you saw that working out. You see over here on interactive brokers, I had my contracts ready, 5 contracts. I have the bid and ask here. I was able to see what I got filled at right away. And as soon as I saw my price target was actually 377. As soon as I saw Facebook break that 377 level on level 2 down here, that's when I went ahead and filled my limit order. So not much else to the trade. Times and sales is also something really good to pay attention to while looking at these red to green candles at market open. Like I said, they're really high risk and high reward. The reason why I also took this trade was because Facebook was so close to the level we were looking at for so long that it had consolidated on. These red to green candles tend to hit the best when you're looking at a level that's really close. The market sentiment is in your favor, meaning NQ, ES, whatever the case may be, whatever stock you're looking at, that's affected by that index, or if it's in that index, it just makes the trade so much better. And so like I said at the beginning of the video, you saw NQ and NASDAQ pushing at open, and to me, right away, that signified that, hey, a red to green candle here, Frankie, does not look bad. I'm willing to take this risk at market open and willing to let this ride for a little bit and hit my target, which was 377 on Facebook. It wicked off of there, obviously, but I sold way beforehand just because I was comfortable and I saw my price target. But besides that, that is the trade. You did see Noor signal the trade as well. I was talking to myself before when I first started. I used to take all of Noor's signals just to get the idea of how to play options, and slowly over time I've learned to take signals on not signals but my own, look at certain things on my own where I can get in where I want. And to me, that is, I saw level 2, I saw what I was looking for way before, I want to say way before Noor, but you even hear him talking about it of a potential red to green candle. And so I saw that, I noticed it on my own, and so I was like, okay, this looks good, let me go ahead and get in this and get ready. That's what I did, executed the trade perfectly, and ended up making $600 within 5 seconds on Facebook. Now the contracts are a little inflated a little overpriced just because Facebook, I believe, had earnings. Yeah, they had Facebook earnings yesterday, Wednesday, after market. I think they actually did a really bad job. I think they dropped like 20 points off earnings, but contracts were a little overinflated. Usually they're at 3 to 4 a pop. You saw me buy at 7, so definitely a little overinflated. But besides that, that is the trade that I took that made me $600 with a $3,700 investment or risk of money. But yeah, that's my trade right there. Hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later.